Hello, friends. My name is Charmaine, and here at To Which Isle, we talk about spirituality and mental health and how they kind of work together. In this episode, we are going to talk a little bit about our home. A lot of people overlook the fact that our homes are an extension of ourselves. And we may have a cluttered home that may help to promote our cluttered mind. It is very hard to keep our mental health separate than our environment. When there's something off in our environment, our mental health will usually fall in line with that. So, your environment is really important. That also includes what you're feeding your mind. That includes what kind of television shows you watch. That includes a lot of things about what you're allowing your brain to intake, because that in turn creates your world around you. For years, I lived in a place that I didn't necessarily feel comfortable. So it was really hard for me to live there. And when my mental health collapsed, I was in this place where I just felt it was really unfair that I had to be in this place that I didn't feel comfortable in. There wasn't anything that I could do about it unless I really wanted to leave my children behind, which was not an option for me. So I had to learn some way to make it tolerable for my soul to handle, for my mental health to stay intact. And that was to put into practice a few spiritual practices, such as creating an altar space in my home. By creating an altar space in my home, even though I may not have felt it was necessarily a home for myself, it made that space a little bit special. There was a special place in that space for me, and a place for me to sort of pull energy from to get me through some of the tough days of my life. I mean, I believe that after my mental collapse, those days were really rough because it took a lot of work to get my mental health back into a place that was good. So that altar space just allowed me to find something tolerable within my environment to kind of recharge from. I think of your home kind of, and your altar space in particular, or your meditation spot, or that place that is just for you. That's kind of like your charger at home. It's like the charging cradle for the phone. Um, you have to plug yourself in every so often in order to keep yourself energized, and that's kind of what meditation does for me, and that altar space where I've set intention to get energy from when I meditate there, that just makes it kind of that much more special for me. Now, this doesn't work for everybody, of course. This is just suggestions, especially if you're in a place where you kind of don't want to be. Now that I have this home here, since I've become a homeowner, this house has been this is more of my expression of a home, and it isn't your typical home. There aren't your typical decorations around here either. And, I finally have a place to express myself where I'm not pish poshed because, it's Halloween all year round here. When I moved across country, I really cut down on all of my clutter because I had to get rid of a whole lot of stuff to make my move affordable, and even then, it wasn't really affordable. So when I came, I left a lot of the broken stuff behind. I left a lot of furniture that I wouldn't have normally taken, but left it behind just because there wasn't room. And in doing so, when I came here, I came with way less stuff, which meant that the things that I did gather were more geared toward what I wanted for this home, which kind of made it better. Like, I didn't bring the furniture, I didn't bring the dishes. A lot of that stuff I've picked up since then. And in that, I've been able to create my home. Along with that is saging and cleansing your home. You don't have to sage burning those little bundles. You can go and get yourself a sage room spray and just spray the corners of your room, setting the intention that you're clearing out any negative energy or anything that does not serve your greater good. And of course, filling the space with light and love. That you can do with a candle by burning it in each room for a little bit, maybe with a window open in those rooms so whatever's in there can escape. You can, of course, do the traditional with the sage bundle. You can use incense and burn that throughout your house. There are a lot of different ways that you can cleanse your home without actually having to burn the sage itself. You can use a little bit of orange oil and rosemary oil in your mop water to cleanse your floors at the beginning of the year, to wash out any of the old and to reset your space for good energies. There are a lot of little things that you can do to get your home feeling like home. I just wanted to spend a little time to talk about how important our space around us is to our headspace and our spirituality. And of course, if anything on this podcast did not resonate, you just leave it behind. Take what resonates and leave the rest. I just want to take a little moment to again say I am looking for people to have a conversation with me. If you would like to have a conversation about something in the mental health or spirituality realm, please contact me at Charmaine at towhichisle.com. I would love to get an email from you and we can discuss some details. I hope to hear from you and I hope we're having a conversation soon. As always, you know where you can find me on my website at www.towhichisle.com. You can find me on Facebook at To Witch Isle. And of course, we are on YouTube and all the places that Buzzsprout posts, such as Apple Music and Spotify. Thank you for listening to me today. I hope that your day is great and filled with light and love.